Okay, I'll call this meeting to the Murray City Municipal Council meeting, July 1st, 2025. It looks like we have Brooke here, the mayor, GL, Council Member Pickett, myself, Pam Carter. Scott Goodman is online. We have Councilwoman Diane Turner, and Council Member Adam Hawk is out of town, is being excused. Yep. Okay, so the first thing we are going to be doing is the Pledge of Allegiance, and I've asked Aaron Holbrook to say our pledge.
Repeat the Pledge of Allegiance after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Aaron. Okay, we have no approval of the minutes. There's none scheduled. We are now going to be going into citizens' comments. You will have 3 minutes to step to the microphone, state your name and city of residence, and then where's Pat? Oh, Patty's back there with the red shirt on with the clipboard. Fill out the required form, and so let's hear from you, as Paul would say.
Hi, my name is Kathy Burton, and I've lived in Murray for 20 years. And 2 years ago, I joined the Murray Senior Recreation Center. And for years, I've been reading about the Senior Center in the Murray Journal and was intrigued by the various offerings that were listed. Classes that included exercise, trips to Wendover. Okay, Wendover is my favorite, so I'm going to say that. And the lunches looked fantastic, probably better than I could make sometimes. And they were very affordable. But, you know, of course I couldn't do any of that until I retired. Yay, 65. The day after retirement, I walked up to the Senior Center to sign up. I actually walked from my house, which is by Cottonwood High School, to the Senior Center. And, you know, the staff was warm and friendly and explained the programs and how the center works. So, you know, I dove headfirst into partaking of the various classes that was offered. Yoga, that's my favorite. I did the meditation, the Tai Chi, and the TRX. Those are just to name a few of them. And my husband really has some medical problems, so he can't do a lot. But the different things that they offered there as far as Mexican train, he was so excited, and I was able to actually get him out of the house. So thank you for that. I volunteered to help with various programs at the center. So to keep involved, to be part of it, that's one of the things I wanted to do. And you know what? Since then, I've met new friends and, you know, old friends that I have lost contact with. And, you know, I feel like I'm that part of that community and, well, part of what is actually happening in Murray. And over the course of the 2 years I have been involved, the center has increased the number of clients they provide services to. In 2023 to 2024, it was 1,703, and it's gone up to 1,706 in the 2024 to 2025. And again, you've got to look at different various things that happen. I mean, we're out of an age that we pass away. We move into different facilities, but the fact that we're still increasing, that the word of mouth is out there for the Senior Center is wonderful. And I feel that the Senior Center is such a vital part of our community. And you know what? I'm always telling people to try out the center and how much better Murray is actually for the seniors rather than Salt Lake County. So anyway, I want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Mayor, council members. My name's Chris Harding. I'm the Salt Lake County Auditor. We're trying to make the rounds to the different cities and townships. Our notice of valuation is about to come out to all of your residents, and we're trying to get the word out that the paper version, we have a QR code at the top right hand. So if your residents scan it, it'll go to an electronic version. there's only so much we can stick on a piece of paper front and back. And what we're trying to do with this enhanced notice of valuation is your residents' property taxes are not the most fun thing to deal with. But when you don't know why entities are raising your property taxes, it's like a double whammy. So what we're trying to do is on the electronic version is hyperlink all the tax entities, especially those that are going to try and raise property taxes. And we've asked them to provide a link so that they can kind of get first crack at explaining why they're raising property taxes. For example, like a school district, they might need some new school buses. They might be trying to hire some counselors and give a raise to the teachers. So when they click that school district property link, it would take them to the school district website where they could talk about all the things they're doing. That way, when the residents go to the Truth and Taxation meeting, they're kind of a little more educated with why the entity is raising taxes and not just going there to argue, but armed with a little bit more information. So I passed out a card. On the blue side is a QR code that you guys can use to sign up for those electronic notifications. And then just, as always, we're trying to do good things at the county, but we don't always achieve that. So on the white side is a QR code for our fraud hotline. If you see anything fishy or just doesn't sit right with you related to county government, please send us a fraud referral from that QR code. Oh, and just lastly, sorry, back to property taxes. Again, we don't always do things perfect at the county. Sometimes your property's valued too high and people need to submit an appeal so that they can get that adjusted. And most times, up until now, it's just gone into that county black hole. You're kind of at our mercy. You have to wait for us to get back to you. We are coming up with what we call a pizza tracker. If you've ever ordered like a pizza from Domino's, you put in the order. It's like, we've received your order. We're making your pizza. It's in the oven. Now it's on its way to your house. This way, you'll be able to see what department at the county your property tax appeal is with. If it's taking too long, we'll have a point of contact you can reach out to. And then as it moves from one department to the next, it should send a text message or an email to those submitting an appeal. So thank you so much for the opportunity to speak to you. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Leanne Parker Reed.
Can you speak closer to the microphone? There's some people that can't hear. Thank you.
Is that any better?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
much better.
There we go.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Leanne Parker Reed, and I just wanted to come here and thank all of you, and especially the citizens and those who are out watching, for coming to candidate night, for the good turnout that we had, and for the participation and that was there. It was a great time, and I hope that you'll continue to follow the candidates. I'm running for District 3 Council, and I hope that you'll keep in mind the primary vote, August 12th. I think I misrepresented that a different time when I was up here, so I just wanted to let you know that. I did have one other comment. Anyone that has Utopia, they have been having some problems around 4800 South with getting service, and I know that they're working on it, but if anybody has a connection to them and can get them working a little quicker, that would be awesome. And thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Robin Simper, S-I-M-P-E-R, and I have a request to make. I live on 59 South, Sagewood Drive, and the guy across the street from me threatened to kill me. And he has a contract with Murray City. His name is Doug Bench. I was standing in my parking strip getting ready to deal with dandelions, and he pulled around the corner with his truck. And he said to me, and I quote, "Move your ass or I will run you down." And I just don't think that my city that I grew up in wants a guy like that representing Murray. And so I request that his contract be canceled. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, seeing there's no other citizens' comments, we will go on to our agenda. There is no special recognition and no consent agenda or public hearing. Oh, I'm sorry.
That was my fault. I was way behind the ball on that, so
Oh.
that's on me.
I was looking over there and I was, okay.
Well, I was a little too tall for this. I was hesitating to come up just because I've already communicated with most of the council members and the mayor regarding the circumstance over by Hidden Village Park. But I just wanted to say I thank you guys immensely for looking into this. I'm not the type to overreact to something. In fact, quite the adrenaline junkie, and I pride myself in really not having fear and just enjoying things around me, not overreacting, being a stoic person. This has been unfortunate and it's accelerated intensely. And I mean, I won't go over all of this. You guys already know, you've got the emails, but everything from open needle drug use to stalking of my wife to sexual assault to, people trespassing in every house within 8 houses of that property. Today, there was someone in front of our house who was stumbling to walk and some guy pulled up and was screaming, "Where's my money? Where's my money?" And they had this whole interaction just right in front of our home. Pretty bizarre. I mean, obviously not that big of a deal in the sense of just subjectively this one thing I'm going to say to add to those emails. And I know this is out of context for everyone else, but trust me, it's really wild. These 2 guys walk by, everyone is, has that bad vibe, inked up the neck and the face, not making assumptions, but my wife was just sitting out in the front, the one who's been stalked by the same house, and they just walked by and just made a point to stare at her and lick their lips and make sexual gestures the entire time walking in front of our house. And that on its own is like, okay, I guess, dirtbag men will be dirtbag men, right? But there's so much attached to this happening that makes this a direct threat with, today at the gas station, and I was communicating with the lady at the owner and the lady who's at the register, and she's had conversations and she's had 4 guys come through that were just telling her that they had just gotten out of federal prison. So not only William Clyde Shepard, the convicted kidnapper who I saw watching kids at the park where their parents saw the older kids playing soccer at the field, which is abhorrent to me, having a 13-month-old son, to think that he could have easily just grabbed one of them and has a history of it and taken them somewhere and done whatever, like God knows. And these sorts of things are just, it's a lot of surface area for an acute police call to happen, to have to address something that we can avoid if we build this case. And I've been bringing members of the whole community together, getting all the neighbors together. It was surprising to me they had all had people trespassing and stuff, but they hadn't actually done anything about it. They needed a leader to bring people together. So I'm bringing this whole community effort together. I will go by the houses again tonight and I will be like, hey, when you see these things, call the police. I know some people are bashful about that. Call the non-emergency line and report it related to the case number that I've already started. And so I'm gonna go do that, but I appreciate the help. I appreciate the case open. This could save the neighborhood because it's really worse than I could explain, like in all reality, not over exaggerating. It's very problematic and no one really feels safe to go there anymore, which is unfortunate. So we don't want to sell the house, so let's get this under control, and thank you for what you guys are doing. I appreciate it.
Did you state your name and address?
No, it's Michael Lavity with a
Okay.
silent H. Address is 5453 Allendale Drive, just right off 53rd.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you for
guys.
coming. Thank you. Okay, so now we are done, and we will go down to the business items. Our first business item is consider an ordinance amending Chapter 2.68 of the Murray City Municipal Code, changing the name of the MCCD Review Committee to the Form-Based Code Architectural Review Committee, making minor adjustments to the review committee duties. Chad Wilkinson will be presenting.
Thank
Good
you.
evening, Chad.
Thank you very much. I don't have much more to say than what's been said. That's really the gist of this, is a follow-up amendment to our recently adopted form-based code. This amends a different section of code. We have the land use section of our code that was amended. Now we're just amending the section of code related to the organization. This would, as was said, this would change the MCCD Design Review Committee to the Form-Based Code District Review Committee, Architectural Review Committee. So with that being said, we are recommending that the council make this change, and I'd be happy to answer any questions if I can.
Are there any costs to the city to do this?
Are there any costs? No. No, this committee serves for free. This is a volunteer committee, so the only, we're going to be changing the code, so those, just internal costs. Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, we discussed this in the committee of the whole, and it only makes sense, so.
Yeah, thank you, yes.
So if you would like a motion?
Well, does Scott have any questions? Okay. And the people that are on the MCCD committee, will they stay on that committee, or will they be?
So we did have this discussion with that committee. They had a meeting scheduled last week. We had a discussion. All of them have expressed willingness to continue on that committee for now. We may have folks that we want to add, or that may want to resign or whatever. We'll have that discussion with them. But
Okay.
For now, all of them will continue to serve.
All right, thank you.
Just to confirm, Scott has no questions.
Yes, no, thank you. All righty, well, I will entertain a motion from the council.
I make a motion that we approve an ordinance amending Chapter 2.68 of the Murray City Municipal Code, changing the name of the MCD Review Committee to the Form-Based Code Architectural Review Committee, and make minor adjustments to the review committee's duties.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilmember Paul Pickett, and I have a second by Councilwoman Diane Turner. Is there any other?
No,
comments?
no
Okay,
questions. No.
Okay,
We're good.
okay. Then Brooke, will you take a vote?
Mr. Goodman, excuse me, Mr. Goodman.
Aye.
Ms. Turner,
Aye.
Mr. Pickett,
Aye.
Ms. Cotter.
Aye. And it has passed. Thank you, Chad, for coming today. Thanks. Okay, our next business item is consider a resolution authorizing the approval of an amendment to the second amended and restated interlocal agreement creating Transjordan Cities dated December 1st, 1995. And we have Russ Kekala
Yes,
and Jaren Scott, or just you?
if I need him.
Okay,
I don't know if you guys have
I
any
just want to
questions.
recognize him tonight.
So no, just a recap of Committee of the Whole.
Yep.
Basically, this is just a resolution and amending the agreement, the original agreement of Transjordan Cities, to add Harriman City as a membered city. Is there any other questions that we haven't gone over? You want me to explain any more of that? So we just ask you to approve this amendment.
Okay. Is there any questions?
Not for me. You explained it very well.
Yep.
Thank
Yep,
you.
there are no
How about
questions.
Scott?
Scott,
No, just
do you
kidding.
have any questions?
No questions.
Okay, then I will entertain a motion from the council.
All right. I will make a motion to adopt the resolution authorizing the approval of an amendment to the second amended and restated interlocal agreement creating Transjordan Cities dated December 1st, 1995.
No, second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilwoman Turner and a second by Councilmember Paul Pickett. Is there any other discussions? If not, Brooke?
Mr. Goodman?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Your vote.
Oh, aye.
Ms. Turner?
Aye.
Mr. Pickett?
Aye.
Ms. Cotter?
Aye. Okay, seeing that we are done with the business items, we will now turn it over to the mayor and any reports or questions that the council may have for him.
Thank you, Pam.
You're welcome.
Some of you have noticed that the intersection of Winchester and 700 West is under construction to improve traffic flow. Russ is working on that. Thank you, Russ. We're happy to mention that we have traffic calming measures on 4800 South and Atwood Boulevard. It was a curb extension that has been installed to make crossing the street easier and to slow down traffic. So, also an update on the Murray Armory. You know that it opened up officially June 2nd and has already hosted dozens of events, including birthdays, reunions, weddings, baby showers, wedding dinners, corporate parties, and a luau. And seriously, it's been amazing. As of today, we have almost made $50,000. Well, brought in $50,000. So we would have to say, we kind of knew this would be a success, but now we know. So that's a pretty good revenue for a month. So and that probably includes some of the deposits that have been for the future. I approved one. I think, Kim, are we allowed to go about a year? Not about, but are we allowed to go a year out?
You can reserve exactly a year out. So
Kim, can you come up to the thank you?
Sorry, Kim. I know you wanted to sit back and relax, but.
So it works the same way that our pavilions work in the park. You can reserve 1 year out. So if it's June 20th, 2025, you can reserve for June 20th, 2026.
I was approving a wedding the other day, and I thought, oh, they've made a mistake. This was about 4 weeks ago, and I thought, oh, they've made a mistake. May's over. Well, it was for May 2026. So people are taking advantage. They're great rates. And I really like that. The citizens paid for this, and this is blessing the citizens to be able to have an indoor facility, which we never had. So the use of the Armory is getting used constantly. So let's see real quick. I'm just going to mention that was part of the Love Murray campaign. We've had a lot of interest in that. When Erica brought that to me, I wondered, what is that? Love Murray? Well, it's proven to be a milestone, so we're kind of excited about that. You know that we had our museum opening in May, and I think that's gone maybe a little slow with visitors, but it's picking up the last couple of weeks. So that's something that has to be well advertised, and you know that we're going to be having ABC out Thursday, and they've done a lot of pre-taping and all that kind of stuff. You guys are involved with that? Okay, I know Erica told me
yes.
that. So that'll be great. And then I took a tour with a few people today and the theater, and it's been a few weeks since I've been in, and I kind of like that because sometimes when you're going in every day, which Kim does, I'm sure, but when you're going in every day, it doesn't seem like it's really moving. Oh, you go in now, the concession stands, where Pam's going to be working, but the concession stands are all done, and it's pretty cool looking. So they've worked, it's getting, Adam, if Adam's listening, it's getting done. And we feel confident in the September 26th, 27th opening. So we're excited for that. And on Thursday,
we actually have a date.
we do. You'll see on Thursday who our opening act will be.
Wow.
She will be announcing that on ABC.
Awesome.
So kind of excited. Kim said no pictures to us today, and I'm going like, what, you think I'd put that on Facebook? He goes, yes. So I've been held bound for a few days. But anyway, it's fun to see these things happening after the last few years, but they're it's a wonderful thing that celebrates Murray. We should celebrate Murray. We're in a great city. We've been very blessed. Sure, we have complaints, but you know what? We are a lucky, lucky city. We have the best department heads. Really, we have been blessed with great department heads, great employees, great businesses. We're going to showcase a few businesses on ABC ABC4 on Thursday, but it's just great. When we brought everyone, I shouldn't say credit, we assisted Jen and a lot of you. It was a great, great turnout to have 1,000 people. It just brought a lot of connection together, and we're looking forward to that for many years to come. So I think that's it. I think we're moving along, and we have projects going on all over the place. So we're excited, and it's fun, but it's just have to, and a big thanks to the council. You've been a major support. I mean, all these projects that we've done, you've all approved, and we're grateful for that. That's a hard thing to do. I've been on the council, and we said no 4 times to this property back here, and I'm excited for that. I'm excited that we're finally going to have revenue coming in for the city.
Yes.
That's important, because if you don't have revenue, then you have to raise taxes, and so.
Yep.
And we don't want to do that. But anyway, so thank you, and we appreciate all your support.
Thank you, Mayor. Does anybody have any questions for the mayor? Then I will adjourn this meeting.